Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
If you owe money to the IRS, you can't make the problem go away by yourself. But with the help of Dan Pilla, you can get your problem solved once and for all.
Hi, I'm Dan Pilla. For 30 years, I've helped thousands of people solve their tax debt problem, and I can help you solve yours too. We take a very simple but proven three-step approach to solving your problem. First, we stabilize IRS collection actions so you don't have to worry about the IRS seizing your bank account or paycheck. Next, we build a comprehensive plan to get your tax debt reduced to the fullest extent possible, sometimes even completely eliminated. And finally, we work with you every step of the way to get your problem solved once and for all. Call us for a free consultation. Call 1-800-346-6829. We'll work together to get your problem solved, guaranteed.
Dan Pilla has been protecting taxpayers from the IRS for 3 decades, and he can help you too. Call us today at 800-346-6829. That's 800-34-NO-TAX.
It just shows how out of touch with reality the corrupt political ruling class is here in the United States, that they would chastise senators for calling Hu Jintao a dictator 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, that Joe Biden, the vice president, would say that in press releases and statements that Hosni Mubarak's not a dictator. Here's CBS News. We've also got the Examiner reporting on this. Hosni Mubarak's not been seen in 2 days. It's confirmed that 4 days ago his wife and son fled. It says the son was his successor to be the leader, just like North Korea. I mean, they're not just dictators, their kids become dictators. Why not put a gold crown on these people? And our filthy government, 12+ million on record a year, second biggest recipient of aid, props them up. In the world, I've got the headlines, I read them earlier, saying, why are you propping up dictators? This is why the Muslims are mad at us. We fund dictators in their country that torture people to death. Okay? It's wrong. And Bob Chapman, you know, if the Republicans don't deliver on reversing the New World Order, there's going to be serious resistance here in this country. People are figuring out this two-party political class dictatorship as well.
Well, I think you're right. And there are some that we know will try to make changes. Can we get enough? I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say no. We didn't gain enough. 14% instead of 6%. We would have liked to have gotten 50% of the incumbents kicked out. The American public, generally speaking, hasn't gotten it yet. Yes, we're changing hearts and minds all over the world, but we got to do it faster.
Well, look at Rahm Emanuel. There's no doubt that that guy wouldn't win if they didn't have classic, famous election fraud, you know, even with Kennedy in Chicago. And now the Supreme Court said, yeah, you can go ahead and be on the ballot. And, you know, they're putting their mafia people in everywhere. They're organized crime leaders. But, again, it's just so arrogant.
They have gotten to the point where they don't think anybody's going to do anything about it. And if there's any indication of what we're seeing worldwide, the next step will be, and for some event, and we don't know what the event will be yet, it's going to happen, and for the strangest set of circumstances, people are going to start demonstrating, and these goons who run around in these dark uniforms with their M16s, they are in turn going to start beating people around, and that'll do it.
Have you heard the latest? Have you heard the latest? They're doing warrantless checkpoints. This is confirmed in Atlanta, and police are actually doing cavity searches now.
That's unbelievable.
Let me ask you this.
I mean, you know, in other countries of the world, they do have checkpoints. I mean, you take Mexico as an example. They have them, but no one's feeling you up. You know, they just check your car and they go through it, and that's the end of it.
Let me briefly bring this up. We're going to come back and briefly get into the birth certificate, and then we're going to have Lindsey Williams on with you. This week, we got in the mail to our address, addressed to Alex Jones, Rahm for Mayor, and it came to our address with a letter thanking me for my support. I've not been supportive of Rahm Emanuel. the gun-grabbing creature, the ear gun, son of terrorist. This is a guy famous for mailing dead fish to people as a threat and threatening people. Do you think this is a joke from inside his campaign or some type of veiled threat or a tweak of the nose saying, doesn't matter what you do, we've got the election fixed?
Well, it could be any of the above. I don't know how to read that one because you've named the distinct possibilities. And, of course, you're a general target anyway, and so you get that kind of thing. But Emanuel is at the bottom of the barrel. The guy is despicable. And they'll probably steal the election. And that's the arrogance that you referred to within society. It's not only in Washington, it's in state politics, state business, and look at Texas. They told them not to build the roads. They're going to try to build them anyway. They don't care. It all depends on how much money they get paid. They don't look at the end result. They don't look down the road and see their grandchildren and slaves.
Here in Texas, in the legislature, we voted down turning 8,000 miles of roads into toll roads, but every time we beat them, they just come back and push them again. I mean, it's completely naked tyranny.
Political zombieism.
Yeah, they just march forward like the undead, no matter what you do. Stay there. I want to get into a host of issues. Briefly, big developments on the birth certificate issue. In fact, I'll start telling you now. The Hawaiian director of health was basically told to look at releasing it, and he just resigned. We're going to talk about that.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Folks, you've heard us talk about Home Gain before. Home Gain is now offering a special promo where you get up to $150 when you buy or sell a home with a Home Gain agent you find through their Find a Realtor program. Home Gain lets you compare realtors anonymously. It's easy. Go to homegain150.com to find and compare realtors anonymously. Enter promo code HOMEGAIN150 and receive up to $150 when you close a deal with a Home Gain agent. Share the Home Gain 150 promo code with your friends via Facebook, Twitter, text, and more. Look for Max, the Home Gain Gorilla, to find out more about how Home Gain is going to pay you. Visit HomeGain150.com today to enter your promo code and get paid for buying or selling a house. That's HomeGain150.com.
Alex told you the government announced recently that the recession is over. It ended on June of 2009. The millions of Americans unable to find work might not agree. Perhaps the recession ended for the bankers and government employees, but for the rest of us, things seem to be getting worse. Gold and silver haven't heard the news either. They've begun their long-expected journey to the moon. In addition to converting your shrinking dollars into gold and silver, you should consider a food savings account from eFoods Direct. They both make fabulous investments. Food is our greatest dependency, and we know it will be more precious than any financial resource. You and your family need food to survive a crisis, and you can't eat paper, stocks, or metals. Alex has been urging you to invest in delicious, easy-fix meals to enjoy now or save for long-term. This will freeze the cost of your food while you can still afford it. Visit eFoodsDirect.com on the internet or call 800-409-5633. That's eFoodsDirect.com or 800-409-5633.
Diamond Gusset is proud to announce the anthem of the Patriot Movement. They're offering a free CD, T-shirt, and bumper sticker with a qualifying purchase. Diamond Gusset offers great products at great prices while keeping Americans working.
I'm looking for a factory where a man can feed his family. Not worried about them moving it south, closing the doors and shutting her down tomorrow. I'm looking for America.
We're American and be proud. Go to gusset.com/America.
The land of the free and the home of the brave. Seems like I just woke up one day and it was gone. Long gone.
fawcett.com/America Today.
Devastating globalist lies. Exposing the mainstream media's propaganda machine. Tirelessly waging war on corruption. From deep in the heart of FEMA Region 6 in Austin, Texas. Transmitting worldwide. It's Alex Jones. If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're here live. A lot of days we go into overdrive into the 4th hour. Back Sundays for 2 hours, 4 to 6 p.m. All times Central. Been so busy today, I haven't had a chance to get into the History Channel Secret Society special that was very well done, but overall a whitewash. And I'll have to comment on that Sunday, just because we don't have time to get into it now. But they treated me pretty well in it and tried to show both sides. But overall, it was quite a whitewash. So we're going to be discussing that. But it was incredible to see that on national television dealing with the Bohemian Grove. If you want to really see the truth about Bohemian Grove, the film, it's 2 films on 1 DVD, Dark Secrets Inside Bohemian Grove, and then that's a 2-hour film, and then the 46-minute special, The Order of Death, that has all the latest infiltrations and information in it, available at Infowars.com. Bob Chapman, of course, is our guest. Briefly, Hawaiian Governor Abercrombie's health director quits. CBS News interim health director Dr. Neil Palafox abruptly quit Wednesday, the first of the new Governor Abercrombie's cabinet appointees to leave. And bill introduced in Hawaii state legislature would allow anyone to get a copy of Obama's birth records for $100. And we had the good longtime friend of the governor, when he was a congressman, a big reporter, come out and say, oh, I talked to him. It's all true. They can't find the certificate, which the governor had already told the newspaper a week and a half ago. And now they are freaking out. I mean, there's something going on. Briefly, and I want to get separately Lindsey Williams' take on this, then we'll get back into the world economy in the Middle East that Lindsey Williams' oil exec friends told him look for in the next few months, and here we are. Major unrest. He was right, which points towards it being an operation of some type. Or maybe they knew their policies would cause this, of dollar devaluation, increasing food prices and energy prices. But what's briefly your take on this whole birth certificate situation, Bob Chapman?
Well, I think they made a mistake. They said they had the certificate and they didn't. It probably doesn't exist. They probably figured they could bluff their way through it and they couldn't. I think the big question is now or after the Obama administration, if it is found that he is in fact an illegal alien, are they going to be able to nullify all of the things he's done since he's been in the White House?
Let's get Lindsey Williams. Pastor Williams, of course, 30 years ago worked with the heads of several major oil companies as their official chaplain in the board meetings, and exposed with his bestseller, The Energy Non-Crisis book, that they have more oil than Saudi Arabia on tap in just several fields in Alaska. And then over the years, we've now been able to release the oil exec, the head of operations for Atlantic Richfield. The other one was an actual CEO of another big company. We haven't released his name, but the other fellow, of course, was Mr. Fromm, died in December of cancer, and told Lindsey what was going to be coming up in the future, everything that's now happening. The other oil exec mirroring what he's told him. Lindsey, if you want to comment on the birth certificate, that's fine, but in limited time, you called it here 3 months ago, and then again a month ago. You said the Middle East, the crisis is on over there. Look for the Suez Canal to get shut down. I remember you saying that from your sources. Then you said look to China after that. You talked about oil, said the next 6 months will go to 150. Then after that, maybe even 200. We'll get Bob's